Angel Reese is legitimately bad at basketball, like god-awful. One of the worst coordinated players I've ever seen. Just throw shit up and praise. They're treating her like a make-a-wish.
Once heralded as women's basketball's future, Angel regained notoriety after taking center stage in the WNBA and earning an NCAA title. However, rather than ruling the court, her first season has sparked unanticipated debate. Fans were left wondering what went wrong when, in a shocking turn of events, her own coach, Nola Henry, benched her during one of the team's most important games. Angel's path has taken a drastic turn from being a rising star to now trying to secure her spot in the league, and the backstory is more complicated than anybody could have predicted.
Those bikini pics and half-naked videos that Angel Reese puts on social media, I guess that's not translating on television into ratings. Strange.
Angel Reese's shortcomings became evident in her first game in the unrivaled league. She struggled to stay up with the intense competition, shooting only 3 of 7 from the field, committing 5 turnovers, and racking up 4 fouls. Despite her remarkable 14 rebounds, defensive breakdowns and critical errors overshadowed her overall effect. Coach Nola Henry decided to take Reese out of the game because she had had enough of the pressure that was building in the fourth quarter.
When she got benched, the comeback was on. What does that tell you?
Angel Reese had a rough beginning in the unrivaled league. She was obviously having trouble keeping up with the league's unrelenting tempo as she only made 3 of 7 shots, committed 5 turnovers, and accumulated 4 fouls. Her 14 rebounds weren't enough to cover up the defensive blunders and unforced mistakes that quickly mounted. The pressure was building by the fourth quarter, and coach Nola Henry made a clear statement by removing Reese from the game, leaving the crowd in disbelief and raising many concerns.
The league is an unrivaled success, when the reality is, it's an unrivaled, huge, embarrassing failure.
However, Angel Reese had previously garnered media attention for causes other than basketball. From the now iconic hand gesture during the 2023 NCAA Finals to the ensuing social media controversy, Reese completely embraced the villain storyline in her intense rivalry with Caitlin Clark in college, which became a national spectacle. Off the court, she was always in the news thanks to her daring Instagram posts, which featured viral bikini photos and self-assured expression. Reese frequently attracted notice due to her unrepentant online persona and penchant for controversy, sometimes more for her personal qualities than her musical abilities.
Was 3 of 7 from the field. Once again, cannot get to that 50% mark. 5 turnovers, 14 rebounds, 10 points, and a big fat juicy L. 79-73, her team lost the game.
Since their rivalry has been the lifeblood of women's basketball for the past 2 years, no discussion of Angel Reese would be complete without bringing up Caitlin Clark. In the 2023 NCAA Finals, Reese might have had the last laugh, but Clark is taking center stage in the WNBA and now the unrivaled league. Clark's ascent only serves to highlight Reese's difficulties because of his record-breaking attendance, impressive statistics, and unquestionable leadership. Critics suggest that Reese is more flash than substance as Clark's star rises, which begs the question, can Angel Reese quiet the clamor and take back control of her story?
By the way, in case you're wondering, yes, Angel Reese is getting absolutely roasted. Her fans, though, her fans are out in droves, seriously. They are celebrating this very mid that she actually made last night. They're trying to claim that this proved she's been in a gym. And congratulations, she hit a jump.
At one point, the media heralded Angel Reese as the next major popular basketball star. However, reviewers weren't holding back following a lackluster debut that included a difficult loss and low viewership. It was stated harshly in one widely shared comment. She couldn't guard a park bench. Harsh? Of course. However, it encapsulated the growing anger on the internet. Nevertheless, Reese's devoted followers support her, acknowledging each minor triumph and maintaining that she only needs more time to settle in.
But Angel Reese was a mainstream celebrity. I mean, that's what the media keeps telling me, so how come Angel Reese consistently fails to draw ratings?
This moment is a pivotal time in Angel Reese's life. She has the ability to become a real force in the league if she adjusts, picks up new skills, and makes a commitment to improvement. She runs the risk of being known more for drama than supremacy, though, if she continues to argue with coaches and falter in crucial situations. Coach Henry's decision to bench her served as a wake-up call in addition to being a calculated move.
Is not the mainstream draw that she thinks she is.
Angel Reese was a superstar when she first joined the league, but she now runs the risk of being called overhyped. Will she stand up and silence the criticism, or will she show them to be correct? Her legacy will be defined by the forthcoming games, and there's no doubt that the basketball world will be following her every move.
BC head coach, Nola Henry. I know she's a very smart lady. She knows what she's doing. I think, there are some things she needs to clean.
One of the most anticipated rookies in WNBA history, Angel Reese, has reached her lowest point. She calls herself the Bayou Barbie. Reese's future with Rose BC is now in question after Rose BC head coach Nola Henry made the shocking decision to sit her at the game's most important moments. Critics are unrelenting, fans are incensed, and even some of her most ardent admirers are starting to question whether Reese was just hype.
Absolutely delivering on that double-double, that's right. Points, rebounds, and of course, losses.
Everything went wrong in a game that was supposed to highlight Angel Reese as Rose BC's focal point. Reese appeared out of sync on the floor even though he finished with 10 points, 14 rebounds, and 4 assists. Coach Nola Henry was forced to bench her star in the pivotal fourth quarter due to defensive errors, costly turnovers, and missed layups. While competitor Ryan Howard wowed with a 33-point masterclass, Rose BC faltered to a 79-73 defeat.
With a Rose's team-high 14 rebounds, 5 turnovers, 4 fouls, shot just 3 of 7 from the field, 42%, got benched for most of the fourth quarter.
Angel Reese has already been the subject of severe examination. Reese has been hailed as a rising talent and viewed as a divisive personality since her time at LSU, where her intense rivalry with Caitlin Clark resulted in the 2023 NCAA championship. Reese has always thrived in the spotlight and is well known for her audacious confidence on social media, public arguments with detractors, and assertions that she will be the future face of women's basketball. However, in the WNBA, the same attention is now drawing attention to her shortcomings, including claims that she relies too much on antiquated post plays, struggles with efficiency, and lacks flexibility under pressure.
She's a below-average passer. She's a terrible passer. But she's trying. You can see, her vision's there. You can see what passes she's trying to make, but she just didn't make them.
The choice made by coach Nola Henry wasn't made at random. She manages a high-energy, fast-paced system that requires flexibility and rapid thinking. Reese, meanwhile, appeared to be mired in the past, slowing down the attack and his comrades defenseless. She was as useless as a submarine screen door, as one expert put it plainly. The message was clear when Henry withdrew her star. Not even Angel Reese is untouchable.
One of the few, maybe the only one I could tell that looks this way on the court, just like out of place playing a game they've been playing.
The one person Reese counts with believing in her, Teresa Weatherspoon, was the recipient of an emotional statement she posted on X following the defeat. She wrote, "I love you, Teaspoon, even though you didn't deserve this." The irony? The other squad was being coached by Weatherspoon. Reese received what many referred to as her worst humiliation to date at the hands of her squad, Vinyl BC, who dominated Rose BC. The fact that the coach Reese had looked up to had become the mastermind behind her demise was interpreted by fans as poetic punishment.
She got benched in the fourth quarter, pulled right out of this game.
This dispute concerns Angel Reese's entire story, not just one poor game. Reese has been in the spotlight ever since she became one of the most talked about rookies, engaged in a bitter competition with Caitlin Clark, and exchanged subtle jabs with critics. However, Reese is beginning to lose pace as Clark continues to command the majority of the media and viewership. The key question is already being raised by the media. Will Reese change and succeed, or will she end up serving as a warning about the harsh realities of hype?
Turnovers, fouls. it was a disaster. Old for everything, as one person pointed out. In the fourth,
What does Angel Reese's future hold? Coach Henry is already reconsidering her starting lineup spot, according to sources. Reese runs the risk of getting traded or permanently sidelined if she doesn't stand up and adjust. Reese's margin for error is getting less every day as WNBA players like Caitlin Clark and Ryan Howard set the standard for what it takes to succeed in the league. The key question is whether Reese will accept change and get better, or if she will maintain her reputation even while her on-court performance keeps getting worse.
and of course, Aaliyah Boston plays for the Indiana Fever. Boston, she didn't have a great game either, to be honest with you. She didn't. So, Angel Reese went to doing some bragging last night. Growth of what? Missed layups. Yeah, her posting this, it backfired.
This concerns Angel Reese's career trajectory rather than a single setback. Will she go down as one of the most overhyped busts in women's basketball history, or can she demonstrate that she actually belongs in the professional ranks? There are disagreements among fans. The media is keeping a close eye on things. Additionally, Coach Nola Henry has stated unequivocally that popularity is not as important as performance.